Step in the light where the movers be, talking that talk in the industry. Bartender, chefs, the late night beat, serving up stories with flavor and heat. From backstage drama to front of house flair, VIP nights and the people who care. So turn it up, get loose, be free. You know what time it is? Buck with me.
Man, listen, we are back in this bad boy again. Buck Wit Me. It's your boy Buck Wit. Oh, Tay. Got to give a shout out to our sponsors real quick. Barzo, it's a new app. Listen, big things is happening in Tampa Bay right now. If you go to the nightlife and do the bars and clubs, you might want to follow Barzo. Also, got to give a shout out to Live 21. That's that drink after you get through drinking. If you don't want a hangover, make sure you get in with Live 21. And today, listen, man, I'm happy to have this gentleman in the house with me today. He go by the name of Bishop Thomas Scott. And he's also running for District 5 seat. We have a lot of candidates. Matter of fact, we were just talking off the mic. It's like, what, 14 people?
14 candidates, 14.
Jesus, that's a lot for one position.
That's a lot of people for this one seat that's only going to be about 16 months, which is a short term. Usually it's 4 years, but because of Councilman Henderson passing, then we have to finish her term.
No doubt.
So that's short term.
You said earlier you've never seen so many people run for this one position.
Yeah, I've been in politics since 1992.
Okay.
And I have run for a school board. I've been on the county commission for 10 years, Hillsborough County Commission,
right,
and Tampa City Council. And usually you have about 1 or 2 people, at the most 4.
Right.
But 14 candidates for one seat for 16 months is unbelievable and unreal. So,
and it sounds like, from what you said, and I've done a little bit research on some of the candidates, I feel like you're the only one who has the background in this politic world.
Yeah, I bring a lot of experience.
Right.
Again, I served on Tampa City Council for 4 years, from 2007 to 2011.
Right.
I served 3 terms as chairman of City Council, which means I was elected by my other colleagues to lead and represent them, okay? I also served from 1996 to 2006 on Hillsborough County Commission, and I was elected 3 terms as chairman of Hillsborough County Commission. And when I left Hillsborough County Commission, the budget was like about $4.5 billion.
Woo!
And the city budget this year is going to be right at $2 billion. So, I bring a lot of experience from a legislative standpoint of being in government and being a part of the legislature process of city government and county government.
Man, have you ever met Al Sharpton?
Yes, I have met Al Sharpton. In fact, Al Sharpton has been to my church.
What?
Yeah, Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, those guys have been to my church. Yeah.
Listen, I'm going to keep it real. It's an honor to have you on my show today because, I love meeting people that has met people like that.
Yeah.
And, and you care, and I feel like you carried that. I can feel it, that legacy of being a strong black man.
Yeah.
What made you get into politics? Let me tap into that real quick.
Actually, when I came in 1980, 26 years old, there were no elected black persons in office. In fact, they didn't have a seat then for City Council or Hillsborough County Commission. I think A. Leon Laurie was the first person to be elected by the school board.
Okay.
But other than that, you did not have any. And so there was a suit filed in federal court that created, the position or the seat for a person of color, African American. And when Sylvia Kimball, who was a county commissioner in that seat, passed away, I decided to run for Hillsborough County Commission,
right?
And I won that seat in 1996. And the reason I did that was because I felt that we need a voice from the community that represent the community and represent of everyday people.
Yes.
And that's what I'm about. Everyday people in the community, trying to help people, give them a better quality of life. Because I understand the issue of being poor. I grew up in Macon, Georgia.
Okay, all right.
And my mother had 11 children, and 4 of us slept in one bed, 2 up to the top, 2 down to the bottom. It only was 3 rooms. We didn't have a living room back in those days because the bed was in there. And we were really poor, really poor. I always teach people, I said we we were not poor. We were po, P-O.
Oh, yeah, po. We some po folks.
That's right. And I didn't have to ask what we are going to have for the meal every day, because I knew we were going to have black-eyed peas, cornbread, and rice. That was every day, no matter what. So, hey. But so I understand poverty.
Yes.
And I understand trying to help people to reach a quality of life that's much better than where they are now. And that's where I am. I want people to know that when you look at me, you see somebody who's come out of poverty, come out of being poor,
right,
and and made it, and you too can make it. You too can be successful. You too can have a better quality of life, And so I got into politics, man, and as a pastor, I thought that helped me as well. And as a result of that, we've been able to touch a lot of people's lives.
Man, listen here, you got a story. When you gonna write your book? I'm buying the first copy.
That's a good question.
Because you got so much experience, and I know that we're talking about the District 5 seat, but like hearing you talk about your past and coming from the country and being po folks.
Yes, sir.
How do you feel that you're going to relate with today's society, being that it's just different the way we grew up?
Yeah, but here's the thing though about that is, because I have already served 10 years, I've been able to make that transition and represent Hillsborough County Commission. And you got to keep in mind, the county commission seat is larger than the city of Tampa. In fact, when I was in District 3 for Hillsborough County, I had more people in the county than the city had in their population.
God doubt.
I had over 300,000 folk that I represented in the county. Okay, you got to remember the county is like 1.6 million people,
right?
And it's broken down into actually four single member district and 3 at-large seats. And so my district was District 3, which encompasses most of the inner city, along going out to Brandon, out to Progress Village, Claremont, and all that. So I had a large constituency, and then I left Hillsborough County Commission because of term limit.
Right.
And then I ran for Tampa City Council and won that seat, and I was there for 4 years. And then I ran for mayor in 2011. Okay?
Oh, dang.
Yeah. So, hey, got a lot of experience.
You got a lot. But you know what? But listening to you right now, what's been some of the, how should I position this question? I guess the low moments, being in all those positions. Because you always have your high moments. What's been some of the low moments?
Yeah, I think part of being an elected official, even a pastor, man, when you see people and you want to help people, and sometimes you're not able to touch everybody or help everybody, okay?
Right.
And sometimes it's predicated on the people sometimes. And then I think that's a low moment, because you really want to help people, want to see people enjoy life, have a better quality of life. I mean, Jesus even said, hey, I come that you might have what? Life, and have it more abundantly. He wants you to enjoy life.
Yes,
And I just believe that people should be able to enjoy a good quality of life, And so when you see people struggling, when you see people hungry, when you see people not having a good quality of life, it's kind of disappointing, okay? Yeah. But the high moments, though, are good as well, because we've been able to be successful in the endeavors that we reach. And one of those was that we drew what we call a CRA, Community Redevelopment Area, okay, which encompasses East Tampa. Now, the city of Tampa has 8 community redevelopment areas, okay? These areas are what you call blight and deteriorated and conditions that are not the best.
Right.
And so what you do, you go in, you draw the area, and you say, okay, I want the tax dollars, at the TIF tax dollars, to stay in this area so they can be redeveloped, and that this community, this East Tampa, can come back and look like other parts of the city. And so with that, and drawing that and creating that, East Tampa realized over $200 million in the life of that CRA that goes for affordable housing, go for economic development, creating jobs, going to helping small businesses. There are all kind of opportunities. Go for housing rehab. Okay. It's a lot that encompasses the CRA, Community Redevelopment Area.
We was talking earlier about affordable housing. I feel like it's a struggle.
Yeah.
It's a struggle. I feel for, like, after COVID, rent, everything went up.
Yeah.
And, it's gotten to the point where, like, you could afford a place by yourself. Now you got to find a roommate.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And it's I hope that
And it's still tough.
No, it is. What would be a good solution you think to fix that situation?
Yeah. One of the things I did when I was on the county commission was I put together a task force to look at affordable housing. And so when we did that, we brought together about 18 people in the field, in the industry, and we looked at affordable housing. Then affordable housing, we were talking about under $200,000.
Right.
Now, you look at housing now, you're talking about $300,000+,
Come on now.
man. It's up there. And so now, even with the CRA, we created a program where they can get down payment assistance to help people. You can get $50,000 with the East Tampa CRA for down payment assistance, and you can get another $50,000 from the city, from the federal funds that are given for housing. So that's $100,000 that you can get. Now, I think we need to enhance that, enhance that even more, because the housing industry has gone way, way out, man, and so, my desire is to try to keep people in East Tampa, is where I live,
right.
Jackson Heights, Belmont Heights area, and College Hill and so forth. And so I think that we want to try to keep those residents in those areas, in those homes, and we have to find a way how to do that. And part of that is the housing incentives now, down payment, rehab, and those kinds of things, programs that are available.
Have you ever been talking to somebody and then almost did a sermon? I love that you're a pastor, brother. God, dog. I grew up in Texas. My mom, we was talking earlier how we was forced to go to church.
Yeah.
But today's preachers are interesting. I would say it like that.
Yeah, I would say that too. Well, I'm kind of old school from that standpoint,
What made you become a pastor? Well, I guess what got you into church to get to the position where you at right now as a bishop?
Well, actually, coming up, there was a gentleman by the name of Reverend Richard Cleveland who knocked on my door and said, "Hey, I want to take your kids to Sunday school." And I started going to church with him and got involved with the church from that standpoint. My mama again had 11 kids, but and then also during that time, you was made to go to church anyway. You couldn't just stay home, man. You had to go to church. And so when I started going to church and I got involved with youth ministry and all of that, the church where I came up in, they had like a pool table. They had all kind of chess games and card games and all kind of things for youth and young people. That you don't hardly see it now around a lot of churches, man. It's missing.
Yeah.
And so we had all kinds of things that we had. We had football. We had basketball. Had a basketball team. We was involved with the citywide basketball team in Macon, Georgia. Won all kind of championships, that kind of thing. So we had all kind of programs that drew young people, and I got involved and got interested. And as a result of that, I felt the call of God on my life and got in ministry, went to school, went to Mercer University for 2 years, then went to University of North Florida, where I graduated from. Then I went to Assemblies of God Theological Seminary.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Now, so how do you become a bishop?
There were those who saw me as a leader and said, "Hey, we see God's hand on you,
right?
And we see you are a leader among leaders. You are a leader that lead leaders." And they saw me leading pastors and other ministers, and so they said, "We want to consecrate you as a bishop." So Bishop Timothy Clark of Berean Fellowship of Churches brought a group of guys in, and they kind of laid hands on me and consecrated me as a bishop. And so I have like 38 churches under me over the state of Florida.
Right. Oh.
Yeah.
How many?
38 churches. 38 churches. Yeah.
Bishop Scott. I feel that we might be family because my last name is Scott.
Is that all right? Yeah. Could be.
Hey, look, I'm from Texas. You from Georgia.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, like, there might be something now.
Yes, sir.
Scott boys stay together. Listen, man. Okay, so let's talk about District 5 real quick. If you were to get that seat, what's some of the changes you would bring to the table?
Yeah, it's a short term. It's only about 16 months. So number one, you need somebody with experience. And therein lies a big difference between me and the other candidate. There's nobody else in this race that has ever been elected to public office. Nobody. I'm the only candidate that's been elected. Number two, I'm the only person with any kind of legislative experience, okay? The third thing is I'm the only candidate that has a record in terms of accomplishment and achievement. Nobody else being involved in the community. But one of the things I want to do is, number one, is create what I call a citizen academy. Citizen Academy for the city of Tampa, so that the residents, it's to be like 10, 12-week kind of session where they learn about city government,
Right.
how to access city government, where to go, what to do, and that. So it's educating them about the city government, how to get involved, and how to access it. Okay, that's one of the things I want to do. Second thing is I want to bring city government in the community. Whereas when I was on county commission, we went into the community and had meetings. City council does not do that. They have all their meeting downtown. If you try to go downtown, on one, you got a problem with parking.
Right.
Okay, that's number one. You risk getting a ticket.
That part. Amen.
Yeah, and then you gotta go up three floors actually, to the chamber of city council. So why not let's take city council out in the community so the people can have access to their representative. So that's the second thing. The third thing is I want to be able, within 100 days, bring the resources to the district, to District 5, so that the resources we can create, again, affordable housing, create new jobs, to help small businesses, better roads, okay, infrastructure to help flooding and all of those kinds of things. So we want to do all of that. Okay, so we believe we can do that because any time you're on city council or county commission, it takes 4 votes.
Okay.
No one person can do it by themselves. You got to have somebody vote with you, and so we bring that wealth of experience because the colleagues have elected me 3 different times as chairman. So I believe they would listen to me and work with me and help me create jobs and economic development and all that, for the district.
So I do a lot of hosting and club events in Ybor City. And I know we've had our issues with the nightlife in Ybor City. And I know at one point, RIP, she was trying to close Ybor at 12 o'clock or 1.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm from Texas, so I moved here because of Ybor City.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people move here because now outside of Ybor we have downtown is looking a whole lot better now.
Yep.
You got amateur work.
Yep.
You got Midtown.
Yep.
Shoot, even Seminole Heights.
Yep.
Has came up.
Yep. That's right. That's right.
So
That's
I
right.
think changing the time on Ybor wasn't really smart at that time when it was on the table.
Well, they didn't have the votes anyway, but go ahead.
Yeah. Thank God. Is there anything that you would possibly do to make Ybor better, or do you think it's fine the way it is now?
Well, again, Ybor has come back. See, you may have was probably not around when Ybor went down and when it was hardly nobody there, But now it's a great area.
Yeah.
It's known nationally. You got a lot of good things that are happening there. A lot of new development is taking place there. It's unfortunate that when you have one incident sometimes can give you a bad name. So
Yeah.
you had to shoot it, there and that's all. But overall, when you look at Ybor, it has done well,
Yeah.
man. Economically, one day I was down to 7 and Grove a few weeks ago for a campaign function, and just to go down there and see the people enjoying themselves and enjoying life, man. That's what it's all about,
Yeah.
Hey, and by the way, I just saw on the news last night that Tampa is number 2 in terms of a city of this size has been affected in terms of economic growth.
Really?
Has done extremely well. Yeah.
Okay.
So which is positive. Now, also keep in mind, so Ybor has come back. Downtown has come back. There used to be a time, man, you drive downtown, there wasn't nothing at downtown. At 5 o'clock, everybody was leaving downtown who worked downtown. There was nothing there. You go down there now, I tell you what, people are walking, people are exercising, people are walking their dogs, channel sides.
Yeah.
10 years ago, wasn't nothing that channel.
Come on.
But you go there now, it's developed. People are out there playing music, enjoying life, again, walking their dogs, running, exercise. So it's great to see that has happened in Tampa. And by the way, all of that is in District 5. In case you don't know, District 5 includes East Tampa.
Uh-huh.
It includes Ybor City. It includes downtown. It includes Channel Side. It includes Seminole Heights. Okay, it includes a portion of West Tampa.
That's a
All right,
lot.
it's a lot.
That's a big area.
That's a big area, man. Huge area. And the port, which is a huge economic engine for the city of Tampa. And so when you look at District 5, you got all kind of development and all kind of economic engines within District 5.
Oof. I didn't bet y'all didn't know that. Bet y'all didn't know that. Oh man, thank you for jumping on this platform. Like I said, I've had a lot of you guys come through, so I wish all you guys the luck.
Yeah.
Only one can come out of this situation.
Yeah.
I have two more things I want to ask you real quick. So, what is your favorite scripture from the Bible?
Well, when it was coming up, it was Jesus wept.
Oh, you just took me back. You just took me back. Oh my God.
We had to sit around the table and quote a scripture. Everybody wanted Jesus wept. Whoever went first, Jesus wept. But today I like what Paul says in Philippians, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
I like that one.
Yeah, Philippians 4:13. Yeah.
What's the most craziest thing that you've seen at a board meeting?
When I'm saying a lot of crazy stuff now for that matter, hey, either from people who making comments,
Right.
from the audience, or from the dais, So there's been a lot of stuff, man. I've seen people had to be carried out because they were unruly and
Right.
disorderly and those kinds of things, And then I've seen the saddest part when the Twin Towers were hit and we was in meeting and we stopped right mid there and we began to pray, and that was one of the saddest time, difficult time, because a lot of people lost their lives.
Yeah.
9/11.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, that's all I can say about that. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was definitely a
Yeah,
historical
yeah,
moment
yeah,
in
yeah.
America. So I want you to look into this camera right here, and I want you to let people know the District 5, and District 5 is a lot of ground. If you live in District 5, listen to why Bishop Thomas Scott, why you should vote for him. Go let him know.
Well, first, let me just thank you for inviting me to be here, and I appreciate that very much.
Yes, sir.
And I want to say thank you to you and to your audience for listening to me. I have served this community well as an elected official from 1996 all the way to 2011. I've given a good portion of my life because I love this community. I love Tampa. I love the people I represent, which is a diverse community, diverse district. And I bring a lot of strength, a lot of wisdom, a lot of insight, a lot of knowledge about the district and how government operates and how government functions. I want to go back to District 5 and be able to continue some of the things I started, like economic development, affordable housing, rehab housing, helping small businesses, being able to touch people, help people raise their standard of living and enjoying a good quality of life. That's what being an elected official about. That's what being a public servant about. It is not something that you do just to get recognition. It's not something you do so you can have a name, but it's about being a public servant and serving the people who have elected you to represent them. And I look forward to going back and represent all of the people of District 5. Not only in District 5, because I also get the chance to vote for all of the city of Tampa issues that come before us. And so I will represent District 5 well, and I'll represent the city of Tampa well. And I love for you to vote for me so that I can go back. Again, early voting starts September the 4th through the 7th, and then the last day is September the 9th. So thank you.
Nah, thank you. And the congregation said amen.
Amen.
Bishop Thomas Scott, listen, I don't normally say this, but his last name is Scott, so go vote for him. Hey, it's your boy Buck Wit, and we're tapping in with one of our sponsors right now, and we will be getting back to the conversation that I'm having. You know what I'm talking about. Anyways, if you're ever in the nightlife, entertainment, and you're drinking all that liquor, Live 21 is what you need in your life, man. And on top of that, if you're in the gym and you need some extra energy, you need some Live 21. The reason why we got two different bottles is because they have two different flavors. So make sure you check out Live 21, either in the gym or in the club or as your daily drink. It's your boy Buck Wit. Let's get right back. All right, so we just came back from a break. I need to ask you this, man, because you said something intriguing while we've been talking. What's the advice that you would give somebody younger in the youth that want to kind of like follow your footsteps?
Man, that's a great question. When I was on the county commission, I set up what I call a mentoring program for those who want to go into politics. And so what I did was we'll meet with them every month or every 6 weeks at a restaurant, and then introduce them to all of the knowledge and information that I had. And I brought in other elected officials from the other county commission, other city councils, representatives, and that would talk with them. So, I did that for several years, and out of that, a few people did run and become elected officials. So that's something I think needs to be done again, because you got some young people that are running now that don't have the experience. They just need somebody to mentor them,
Right,
and kind of show them the rope, and and talk about how to run a campaign, because they don't know how. They think they do, but they don't know how. And I think that's a very good question, man. And I think that we have to learn to prepare and get young people ready so they can step into that role, because us senior guys are going off the scene, and
Yeah.
so it's good to get younger people ready. So that's a great question.
Nah. Well, listen, you just gave some knowledge that we all needed. Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Buck Wit. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe on all platforms, especially on YouTube. I need you right now, man. So like, follow, subscribe. Click. You hear it? Click. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
it. Thank
Hey,
you.
you guys have a great day. Once again, got to give a shout out to my sponsors, Barzo and Live 21.
Let's go.